This is Elton Kane for Finextra at Cybos, and I'm here talking to Paula Roels of Deutsche Bank. Paula, around 200 market infrastructures and communities are now using ISO 20022 standard. Has it now reached a tipping point?
Actually, I truly believe it has reached a very important crossroads right now. As you say, from all corners of the globe, we see more and more communities and infrastructure discuss the usage of ISO 20022 as part of their renewal of their market infrastructure. Samples include Japan, Australia, Canada, Switzerland. And yet, perhaps the more important to watch are the developments in the world's largest two currencies, the euro and the US dollar. In Europe, Target 2 just outlined their plans, and in the US, the Federal Reserve has clearly stated its intention to develop a migration strategy for the ISO 20022 for the US dollar payment. These developments are crucial for two reasons. Firstly, it is a massive strategic impetus for the payment industry, and secondly, banks can no longer refer to it as just another IT product.
So is the ISO 20022 standard now truly a global standard in practice as well as in theory?
It is clearly on its way to become. The transition to ISO 20022 and its establishment as the dominant standard for payments industry is crucially important because it is the enabler into the next transformation stage of our industry. We've just talked about the developments in the high-value payment state, but more importantly, additionally, ISO 20022 will play a major role in the space of real-time retail payments. In fact, it is fair to say that actually it is becoming the de facto standard in that area.
What do market infrastructures and financial institutions have to do to truly benefit from the ISO 20022 standard, and what are the obstacles?
The biggest potential obstacle comes from the fact that all these aforementioned communities are using different versions of the ISO 20022 standard and submit different release cycles. To put it simple, if we do not agree on an operational common standard, we will not be able to take the benefits of the ISO 20022, what it originally was set up for. Although there might be a good reason for a certain degree of flexibility, we need to remain operationally efficient. We need a certain fundamentals agreed upon and adhered to. However, there should not be a reason why this should not be possible. If you take, for example, SWIFT today, they publish their fin releases every November. Everyone knows about it, everyone prepares for it, and everyone abides to it. The same is needed for ISO 20022. This again requires global dialogue and collaboration. So we banks, together with the market infrastructure and SWIFT, need to engage in closer talks to promote the alignment efforts. We've made a great progress in the last couple of days, so now we need to keep going and to keep the positive momentum.
Paula, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you, Elton. It was a pleasure.